Hi! Last time we had a look at a simple rig. In this section, we'll begin using a more composite rig in order to learn about posing, which is one of the key components in animation. Through the poses, our characters can express its emotions to the audience without even saying it. As with most principles of animation, the idea for posing came from the theater. The first movies were silent, so the actors had to search for ways to express themselves through body language without the dialogue. One of the most well-known actors that succeeded with this task was Charlie Chaplin, so later he became one of the main inspirations for Disney's early animations. Walt Disney himself talked about how he studied Charlie Chaplin's movements and body language as reference for conveying the information to the audience. After you've completed this section, it would be a great idea to check some of Chaplin's movies yourself. The first thing you should look at while creating a pose is line of action. The line of action is a line that describes the direction and motion of a character's body. Poses with a good line of action are clearer and more understandable for the audience, also more dynamic. Basically, the line of action can show us what the main idea is behind the pose, so it's an essential component of posing and should be very clear and simple. Do not mix up the line of action with the path of action, which we used in our previous section with the airplane exercise. The path of action is the path that your character is taking through time, and the line of action refers to the shape of your character's pose. For example, if we have someone scared, he will probably be leaning back. His weight is focused at the back as well. He's in a defense mode. Meanwhile, if we have someone angry, his line of action will be of the opposite shape, leaning forward. Then we have sadness, which means the character's weight will be low, pulling his whole body down. And the opposite with happiness. His whole body is extending up, forming a nice, clean line of action. Another thing that you should keep in mind while creating a pose is its silhouette. It has to be clear in order to convey to the audience what the character is feeling. For that, we can use one of our viewports options in the panel toolbar to turn on the lighting, which is this light bulb. And since we don't have any actual lights in our scene, our objects will appear black. So, when we're in this mode, we're able to see our character's silhouette and check whether it is clear. Also, it's important to pose for the camera, so look from different angles and choose one which allows the audience to see all the areas of the character. Furthermore, having negative space, like here, 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 and here, makes the pose more readable, so pick a camera angle where your character's different parts would be recognizable, so separated by the negative space from the others and not hidden. Let's take a look at this pose. If we go to another angle, like here, his leg gets hidden behind the other. His left arm is no longer visible. Here, his right arm gets lost in his silhouette, so it's very important to find the right angle for the pose, where the silhouette would be clear and readable. A good pose tells us a story. It tells us what the character is thinking and feeling, even without using the facial features. So at the beginning of learning animation, it's important to focus on the poses and not to move on to the movement too early. Even a very smooth motion, without the strong story poses, won't convince the audience.